Broskis, it's finally out into early access. One of the games that I've had on my wish list for the absolute longest of times. One of the games that was the first boomer shooter to ever get coverage on the channel. I'm of course talking about the revenge-seeking, testicle-eating, shotgun-blasting Coven, developed by Gator Shins and published by Hellforge Studios. And with this early access release comes 10 levels. Might not sound like a whooping lot, but they are pretty long. I'm currently on level 5 and I played for roughly 2.5 hours. Now I haven't been rushing though, there are a lot of secrets to be found and I like to find at least a few of them. But that is not all that takes time. The levels, they're large, interconnected, scattered with keys and enemies that require both skill and thinking to take down. And that said, this is not an easy game unless you play your cards right. And today, I want to dig a little deeper into exactly that. I want to help you figure out if this game is worth your time in buckaroonies or not. And we're going to be playing level 5 out of 10, and I will be sharing my opinions and how the game works when we play. So I hope you enjoy this and I hope that it helps. Let's go. Friends, welcome to Coven. The dark, gritty, gruesome, brutal Coven. Welcome to a game that managed to mix nostalgia and modernness in a very, very, very beautiful and unique way. Welcome to a game that is insanely fun. It isn't the fastest game out there. It isn't the most beautiful game out there. It isn't the most jaw-dropping game out there. But it's a damn fun and well-done game. So welcome. Welcome to Coven. Let's kill these guys off before they kill us off. Oh, we got a big papa there. This is not good. Let's use a spell on him. Got him. As you might have noticed, I am moving around a lot. Even though it isn't the fastest of games, I am still moving around a lot. And I need to do that, because I need to avoid the enemy projectiles. And they are, fortunately, slow. But so are our projectiles. So we need to be careful there. It isn't going to be just run and gun. You need to aim, and you need to aim fairly well, because the enemies, they move around quite a lot as well. So you need to predict their movement as you're moving around. Or otherwise your projectiles will simply be too slow to kill them. Uh-oh, a bee guy. Oh yeah, oh that felt good. I hate those bee guys. I hate them with my whole goddamn life. Yeah, baby. Now you might have seen me eat and blow things up with spells. That's because when you eat them, you regain health. You want to keep your health at as high as you possibly can, because you never know when the game is going to throw insanely hard enemies at your way. And you also want to keep your mana high, because certain enemies, they have armor, certain enemies don't, and certain enemies require you to use spells to actually be able to take them down fairly quick. You can always take them down any way you like, but it's going to take a lot more resources, time and skill to do so if you don't do it the correct way. And the game is good. It introduces you to all these mechanics really early into the game, so just use what the game teaches you and you will be alright. But you will most likely die a couple of times. It's not an easy game. I just chopped his head into half. You can attack all the enemies different ways. They have different damage points, like you can attack their legs, their heads, their torso, or anything in between. But I usually aim for the head. Oh! Okay, we got him. Shoot, brother. Don't shoot then. Okay, I hope that I can use this spell right here. It implodes the enemies and it gives us mana. I hope I can do that on these guys. I can! Nice. I can't eat them because I can't reach them. So let's get some mana from them. And you better be fairly conservative with your ammo. Even though you're playing all your cards right, you still gotta be fairly conservative with your ammo. There isn't a whooping lot of them. But if you look closely, you will see breakable barrels. Ah, we got one right here. And yeah, this one contains mana. Some of them contain ammo, some of them contain health. And there's also hidden chests that you really want to open with your axe. Now, please replace the valve to raise water. Yes, so we need to find a valve to raise the water and eventually get somewhere. But there is also a note here. And these notes, these are the way that the story is told. And the story so far goes like we got falsely accused for kidnapping kids and killing them for being a goddamn witch. So we got burnt alive on the stake. Faulty. Then we were resurrected by some evil force and now we're out to seek their revenge, especially on the one who falsely accused us, which is a priest. And the priest was the one guilty of all of these charges. So we're out right now with some newfound powers to seek revenge on both the townfolks who burnt us and the priests who accused us. And this is told literally like in the first and second stage, so it's quite spoiler free. But the story goes deeper and you can find all of these notes and they're always around this long or shorter. So they are very easy to read, but they still contain all the information that you need to follow along with the story and really get invested into it. Like, I really want to kill this priest now. And I'm not going to say exactly why, but I really, really want to get revenge on him. So, let's read this one. Let's see what it says. If it contains spoilers, I'm just gonna cut it. The town's gate key is supposedly inside the church in the main square. If we were to get out of here, we need to get in there. Unfortunately, it's all locked up and the only way in is through the service tunnel underneath, which is guarded, and seemingly the only way in is to raise the water in the canal so we can swim up to the ledge. The minor problem being that the valve handle for raising the water is up in the shack above the canal. Between here and there are too many of the town guard out and about. We'd be caught and hanged by the neck. Ooh. It's a risk, but we're getting desperate here. Okay, so that's a note from these town folks that were trying to get out of here. And all of those notes, they contain other people's stories, they contain continuations on our story. You can find all kind of different things with it, but they're all well written, shortly written, and very easy to just get a grip of. Now, there was a guy hiding up here. Come back to Papa. Oh. Perfect. Perfect. That was another breakable thing. That gave us health. The barrel, it gave us mana. Now, one of the first things that's gonna hit you with this game is its absolutely drop-dead gorgeous graphics. Oh, I heard that door open. Oh! This guy has armor. Let's use the right spell on him. This one breaks armor super fast. The other spell that I have is a flame spell, which, yeah, it burns enemies super fast. As I was saying, the beautiful graphics is one of the first things that's gonna hit you with this game. And what it does is it mixes old school pixels and low poly models with some modern and beautiful lighting. As you can see, the game is super dark. And it has been like that throughout my playthrough so far. Ouch. But because of it, it can really go wild and crazy with some lighting effects, and it's doing that. It's doing that. It's not doing that here per se, but it does it all around, and it has some drop-dead gorgeous environment. This one actually being one of the more boring ones thus far. There is a ton of difference, a ton of variety, a ton of beautiful scenery and secrets to be found. There's even some upgrades, like this pistol as an example. It wasn't always 3 barrels pistol, it was a 1 barrel pistol. But we found an upgrade for it. And it turned into a triple barrel pistol, which fires faster and has an alternative fire that I might be showing later, because I don't want to waste any bullets. So what I'm saying is, it's fun hunting for the secrets. There's plenty of them, and I have found far from all of them, but I found a few of them. And they were worth the hunt. Both just looking at and for the reward, being health, ammo, upgrades. Not plenty of upgrades, but 1 upgrade so far. Yeah, 1. We found 1 upgrade. Still worth it. Still worth it if it were only for the scenery. There's a lot of names, a lot of honorable mentions to patrons and so on and so forth. And I think that's a nice touch. Really nice touch. I'm really invested in indie games overall, so to me, seeing a developer caring for playtesters, patrons, so on and so forth, it's nice. It's a nice touch. The death animations are just bloody beautiful. Chopping someone's head in half, and we can't even chop them the whole body in half if we're good enough. Let's see if we can take this guy out. He has armor on, so it's gonna take a couple of shots. There, we got his armor off. And we got his head off. And his head is now stuck to the wall. That's so beautiful. So we got plenty of mana, and we got plenty of health. We are decently stacked on ammo. Oh, let's take out this big guy first. We got him, nice, very nice. Now we can just melee this guy to death. To save our ammo. But now, since I wasted quite a lot of ammo on that big guy, I'm gonna use my mana regaining spell to get some back. I can't do it on this guy because his body is not intact. The body needs to be intact for me to be able to do this. So I'm gonna eat his leg instead. Okay, more melee. Damn it. That never gets boring. I'm telling you, that never gets boring. I played roughly 3 hours now. It never gets boring. Nuh-uh. I'm not even close to getting bored at it. Not even close. Ooh, here's one of the chests that I was talking about. See, we got some ammo, we got some mana. Perfect. Just what we needed. I think we got some, yeah, we got some shotgun ammo. Weapon-wise, so far we got the melee axe, we got the pistol, we got a single-barrel shotgun, double-barrel shotgun, a crossbow, and some grenades. I know there are more. Not exactly sure at how many more weapons there are, but I know there are more. Ah, damn it, I tried chopping him in half. I failed. I failed miserably. I'm sorry, broskies. I am so sorry.
Stop.
Okay, so combat-wise, there's also a ton of variety. So this guy, he had armor. He has armor. What I want to do really on those armored guys is use this spell, because this one is super effective at removing the armor of the enemies. Like shooting with a pistol or a crossbow or anything like that, it's not as effective as using this spell. And there's plenty of enemy variety. There's melee guys, there's axe throwing guys, there's crossbow guys with armor, there's big guys. You got the bee guys, there's just plenty of enemy variation. I just can't chop them in half. And that makes for some really interesting gameplay. You really never know what you're going to encounter, so you can never really prepare with the right weapon. Fortunately... Whoa! That was a brand new enemy. That was a kamikaze guy. That was 100% a kamikaze guy. Holy... See, you can never prepare. Luckily though, there is a really good weapon wheel. And I usually only use the numbers. Whoa. The numbers on the keyboard. But for this game, I have been using the weapon wheel quite a lot. Because we have the spells and we have the weapons. And it's simply a bit too much to only use the numbers. Mamma mia. Let's do this. Because we also have bullet time. Freaking beautiful, huh? Freaking beautiful, huh? And you're especially at the start, you're gonna have to use that bullet time to get into the game, to align your shots properly, to avoid enemy attacks. Don't be afraid to use it, okay? That's what I'm saying. And it also turns everything black and white, but the blood remains red. For that nice visual touch. Now this is a save point. You can't save scum in this game, I think. No, you can't. So you have to use those save points. Yeah, that worked. I'm happy. Now, when it comes to the level design, it's also extremely well done. Really well done. There's currently 10 levels in the early access. They are long levels, not short by any means. I think on average it took me around 20 to 25 minutes to finish a level, which is quite hefty. There are even longer levels and there are shorter levels, but on average I would say 25 minutes. And it also depends, of course, on how much secret hunting you do and so on and so forth, but the level design, it's really good, especially when it comes to the variation. There's just a ton of these more corridor-like shootouts, but it's also a ton of arena-like shootouts. Oh shit. You do have some cheap enemy placements like that scattered here and there. It exists, I'm not going to deny that. It's definitely here. And it's not only there, it's a bit everywhere in the game. But overall, I really like the level design, just because of the variety in both the environments, the combat scenarios, arenas, tunnels, puzzles, key hunting. It's just really good. I never really got lost, but I never really felt like I was on the right path. There was multiple times where there was multiple paths for me to take, both to enter the combat and to find what I was looking for. So really well done, and really done, you know, above average. It's not just your super linear game. The places can be big, they can have multiple ways for you to take, even though all of the ways are right, or some of them lead to secrets, some of them leads to bonuses. It's taken up a level. You can feel that the developer who made the levels cared for the levels to be good and to stick out from the ordinary. And the same thing goes with the atmosphere. That kind of goes hand to hand with the graphics. It really goes for that old school. Oh shit! I thought that was an explosive barrel. Old school, almost Graven-like graphics with the crunchy pixels that we can switch on the go to these blurry. I like my pixels. We can change the filtering. Still, it blends the old school with the modern when it comes to lighting. And the music. Music, man. And this is one of the lesser examples when it comes to the music. Sometimes it just hits so freaking hard and it's dynamic. It amps up during combat. It slows down when you're not in combat. And that toppled with the gorgeous environments, the fantastic shortly written notes, just brings an atmosphere that is, yeah, it's hard to describe. It's one that really has to be lived. Or you can watch my stream of it yesterday, where I read every single note that we come across and we really inspect the game in a fairly good way. It turned out to be a good stream. We really got to... I took it quite slow with the game. We explored much, we looked at much, we discussed much, we talked about much. It turned out good. Now, as you're seeing here, this is a part of what I mean with the levels feeling interconnected. Not only does level 1 feel very interconnected with level 2 as you simply progress to where it really feels like you're supposed to progress, but this is a really big level, and we started over here somewhere, we went all the way down here, we made our way up, and now we're above where we were. I love this type of level design. It's really good. And with that, I'm guessing that there is something in here, but I don't want to spoil too much for you. So let me conclude this for you. So to conclude it, broskis, I think this is a game that has an insane amount of unique ideas. A game that will evolve and become something even more unique than it already is during its early access period. A game that has a more solid foundation to stand on than most first version of early access releases that is out there. That said, I don't think that this game is for everyone. It's challenging, it's very dark and gruesome, and not necessarily that fast nor that slow. It's somewhere in between of being either of them. But what it does extremely well. And if you liked what you saw in the video, there is simply more of it to be had by buying the game, and I personally am having an absolute blast with it. Now, I hope that this video helped you decide if it is for you or if it isn't. I want you to consider joining the Discord, link down in the description. Get even more of Slim and the Broskis, and I will see you in there or in the next one. Slim, over and out.